Are you not entertained? In preparation for Gladiator 2, here is my review on the very first Gladiator, which I watched for the very first time just now. So let's get right to it. Okay, you guys, I'm Craig. Welcome back to All Nerd Everything. And just watched Gladiator, the very first Gladiator. And in preparation for Gladiator 2, there's no way I could have gone into Gladiator 2 without seeing this film. And I didn't even know there was an extended edition to this film at all when I put the movie in. So I'm going to have to watch the extended edition of this before I go see Gladiator 2 when it comes out. So with that being said, Gladiator, it stars Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix. And if you guys have seen a lot of those GQ interviews, Russell Crowe actually talked about how he almost passed up on this film because he thought the screenplay was terrible and it was just not written well, and thought that what was going on in the Coliseum was going to, you know, take people out of the time period. But I mean, you guys could look that interview up, but I'm glad that he didn't because I mean, him and Joaquin Phoenix have excellent chemistry together, and I think that this film influenced a lot of what happens in Game of Thrones. Like Russell Crowe's character, for example, who he plays Maximus, a, uh, a military leader, and he feels like Ned Stark. They're both very strong-willed. They're both very loyal to the rightful heir of throne. They're protective of their loved ones, and they're both excellent leaders. So that's where the comparison comes in with those two. As for Joaquin Phoenix's character, Commodus and Joffrey, both sociopathic behavior. Also, they both hide how much of a coward they are behind a crown and a throne. They just have the title and don't do anything good to help anyone, and just use their fear to intimidate people. And also they I they both have very much uh you know mommy or daddy issues, and we see a lot of that throughout the series of Game of Thrones and also the film as well, especially considering that Commodus only got the throne because of, his his father. His father, Marcus Aelius, sees Maximus, who's Russell Crowe's character. He sees him more of a son and loves him more than, you know, than Commodus. I was blanking on his name for a minute. And this angers Commodus so much, and Marcus Aelius is on the verge of death, and he lets him know, hey, I'm sorry I failed you as a father, but the throne now belongs to Maximus and not you. And that's where everything goes downhill after that. And and Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix, their acting in this film is just so damn good. Now, the action sequences in this film aren't particularly like 10 out of 10. They're not like Mission Impossible or, Fast and Furious or anything. But it doesn't have to be, because the score is excellent, the dialogue is great, and the acting is just spectacular. So I feel like the action was the not it, the action sequences wasn't the first thing I was worried about. I mean, we open up on the action sequence in this film, but I didn't really care about that because, or any of the action sequences, because the acting, like I said, is top notch. And for a movie that's close to 3 hours, the pacing is really well done. Some people might say the movie is too long, or they could have chopped 20 or 30 minutes off. I mean, sure, they could have did that, but I feel like, I mean, I could watch this again and not be bothered by the runtime at all. And this is a seeing how this is a film bros movie. I'm very skeptical when it comes to. I'm picky when it comes to which film bro movies I should watch. Like Fight Club, I still haven't seen that. This one I know is a film bros movie because dudes quote this movie all the time. The only thing I knew was, "Are you not entertained?" And that's not even the best scene in the movie. The best scene in the movie is when Maximus reveals to Commodus that he's still alive, and that he seeks vengeance for what happened to his wife and his son. And like I said, the acting in this is top notch, and the the incest stuff that was going on with Commodus and his sister, it was giving Jamie and I can't remember the other chick's name from. I can't remember Joffrey's mother from Game of Thrones, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It was giving that, except it felt completely one sided, and because of that, I think it made Commodus feel like he was never loved by not only his sister but also his father as well. It felt like, to him at least, like he loved his father and his sister more than they did him. And like I said, action sequences might not be that great. The shaky cam is also a little wonky, and the slow motion scenes, they aren't inherently bad. They can be kind of distracting at some points of the film, but it didn't really bother me that much because at least it wasn't as used as much in at least it wasn't as used or overdone as much to in comparison of a Zack Snyder film, because, or any other DC superhero film, because I'm tired of that. But with that being said, Gladiator, starring Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix, directed by Ridley Scott. This gets a 3.5 stars out of 5. But let me know what you guys think the the first Gladiator. Are you excited about the second one? If you've already seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next review.